Hi guys, so it's extremely frustrating and infuriating actually when you have a party that claims to be on the side of women and then turns around and throws them under a bus. Now this is in regard to a bill that was pushed through the Northern Ireland Assembly in regards to abortion. Now it was tabled by the DUP, which is a hard right, fundamentalist Christian party in Northern Ireland and a unionist party. And they wanted to limit abortion in certain circumstances. Sinn Féin in the Assembly railed against this bill, but when it came to a vote, they abstained. They didn't actually vote against the bill. Now the bill passed 48 votes to 12. It seems that next week, or this week, the Northern Ireland Secretary, Brandon Lewis, is going to come to Northern Ireland and he's going to overrule this. And the DUP are not happy about that. But that's a separate issue. But it's a bit annoying because Sinn Féin in the Republic of Ireland campaigned for the repealing of Article 8 of the Irish Constitution, which would liberalise abortion rights in the Republic of Ireland. When it comes to Northern Ireland, it seems to be somewhat different. Now, this has been marked down as internal politics because Sinn Féin brings on board people both on the left and on the right in Republican politics. Then there's the British aspect. Some politicians within Sinn Féin are saying that they didn't want to touch abortion issues because it was something imposed by Westminster. So let's hear from the Irish Examiner journalist Aoife Moore, who's going to summarise this entire issue.
There's a lot of opinion down here that Sinn Féin are simply trying to ride two horses. They can't come out full-throated like they did when the Repeal the 8th referendum was on in Dublin and say, we're welcoming abortion. They are supportive, and Sinn Féin would say that their policy on abortion is the same as it is for what it is in the South. However, there was, a lot of confusion, as Gareth said, when Michelle O'Neill stood up and said this is the thin end of the wedge, and that her party would be abstaining, but not acknowledging the fact that their amendment last year was very similar. So it's hard for people to try and make out where they're going with this. It was put to Mary Lou McDonald last week, what's going on here. And she said that their position on abortion had been consistent. And she said that they weren't going to play the DUP's game.
Okay, so I think the problem here is that Sinn Féin are in reality two parties. One in the Republic of Ireland, which is probably a bit more left-wing, while the Sinn Féin in Northern Ireland is a bit more, I don't want to say right-wing, but more traditional, more aligned with the Catholic Church, for example. And I think on an issue such as abortion, there is an internal struggle within the party. Now, I'm not an expert on Sinn Féin, and I really welcome any comments in the comment section of this video if you agree or disagree with me on that. But I do believe that Sinn Féin in the Republic is moving in one direction, while Sinn Féin in Northern Ireland is moving in a different direction. And there is a real risk in the future that the party could split on an issue such as this. And it could actually split the party completely. Now, as I said, Brandon Lewis, the Northern Ireland Secretary, is coming to Northern Ireland this week, and he's going to overrule the DUP bill, because this is UK legislation. It's not Northern Ireland legislation. The Assembly don't have the power to impose this. The DUP are trying to sell this as a healthcare issue, when in reality it's a human rights issue. And this is something that is not devolved to Northern Ireland. It's not devolved to other parts of the UK. So, as I said, if anyone in Northern Ireland is watching this, I'd really like to get your feedback on that. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?